Manchester United's pre-season has come to a close. Next up is the UEFA Super Cup. It was a largely successful spell for United, as they played 7 games and won 6 of them. Their only loss was to Barcelona in Maryland in the last leg of the 5-match tour of the USA, otherwise they were perfect across the board, playing games in the USA, Norway and Dublin. Pre-season is usually a place for individual players to shine and make a case for their inclusion in the first-team picture for the coming season. Have any Manchester United players done that this pre-season? Obviously, new signings Romelu Lukaku and Nemanja Matic have settled in fairly quickly and look very astute purchases, but who else has emerged victorious from pre-season? Squawka investigates winners. Andreas Pereira. Pereira was the only United youngster to go on loan last season and actually do well. He was playing for doomed Granada, who were battling relegation all season, but nevertheless managed to shine. And playing in pre-season he shone again. Wearing the number 15, Pereira looked a combative and skillful addition to the United central midfield unit. Despite ostensibly being an attacking midfielder, Mourinho deployed him deeper and had Pereira looking like a prototype Santi Cazorla or Andres Iniesta. It's early days yet, but the stable yet skillful skill set displayed all through pre-season by young Andreas Pereira, especially the part where he actually set up a goal from a corner, could see him emerge as the breakout performer for Manchester United this campaign. Paul Pogba. Everyone thinks they're a gangster till a real gangster walks into the room. The Premier League thought they had their share of quality midfielders until Paul Pogba strode into town to show them the light. Pogba picked up where he left off last season and absolutely cruised through United's games. He did everything, including a stint at defensive midfield when Ander Herrera got injured against Real Madrid. His passing seemed better than ever, the joys of having more pace and thrust in the side, and, with Nemanja Matic behind him holding midfield, HES now got even more freedom to attack. Marwan Fellaini, long considered a joke of a player, a squad member constantly on the verge of an exit. Yet Marwan Fellaini has confirmed this pre-season that, even with United spending big on Matic, he is here to stay. The Belgian's unique skill set, a superhuman aerial target from attacking midfield and a brutal bruiser when deployed deeper, make him invaluable to Jose Mourinho. The Portuguese recently declared Fellaini to be one of his most important players and that it'd be easier for suitors to sign him than his Belgian battler. Fellaini comes out of pre-season looking and feeling like $1 million. Anthony Martial. Mourinho constantly berated and marginalized Anthony Martial last season, much to the confusion of everyone. Whenever the Frenchman played, he looked superb. So obviously there was much confusion because he didn't really get to play that much. In pre-season, Martial confounded his critics and proved his worth to Mourinho. A constant menace on the left, driving at opponents with a focus and control he often lacked last season. His devastating dribbling was often the brightest light in the United attack, and his 3 assists, the one against Real Madrid, was particularly delightful. Show a player who has much to contribute. Loses Victor Lindelof. You only get one chance to make a first impression, and Victor Lindelof did not take his. In his defense, it's because Jose Mourinho often paired him with human calamity Chris Smalling instead of the supreme Eric Bailly, but regardless, Lindelof has not impressed. Signed for a fair whack, the Swedish stopper has struggled to come to grips with racing around to cover for his teammates and has made a series of errors, in particular the rash challenge to give away a penalty against Real Madrid. There's plenty of time for him to come good, but thus far HES been disappointing. Phil Jones has actually played really well this pre-season, but he also got handed a ban from UEFA very publicly. The ban, which is for abusing the anti-doping officials after the Europa League final in May, means that all his solid defending has been for naught as he won't start the UEFA Super Cup. While he still has a chance to start the first Premier League match, one would expect Victor Lindelof to have settled in by then. And Mourinho will be ready to partner the Swede with Eric Bailly, forming the defensive partnership he paid so much money for. Daily Blind. Like Jones, Blind has received a punishment for offences related to anti-doping procedures after the Europa League final. But unlike Jones, there has been no ban. Blind's punishment is merely a fine. The bad PR would be enough of a problem, but they go along some very uninspired performances. With Luke Shaw out injured, there was a truly great chance for Daily Blind to stake a serious claim for the left-back spot. Instead, all HES done is confirm that Matteo Darmian will hold that spot until Shaw returns from injury to contest it. Ivan Perisic very much wants to play for Jose Mourinho and Manchester United. You can see why, too. The tall Croatian winger is hard-working, very strong, reasonably quick and possesses an ambipedal crossing ability that makes him a genuinely versatile wing threat. Inter, however, have been demanding such a colossal transfer fee for a 28-year-old that United have held back. In this holding back they haven't suffered as Martial has blossomed, but that does make it less likely that Perisic will get his dream move and will have to be happy with Europa League football in Milan next season. Even if he gets the move, he will have missed all of pre-season and crucial acclimatizing time, making it harder to adapt immediately if and when he does join.